Hello, today we're going to talk about indirect question and indirect command. First, indirect question. We need to know the difference between direct and an indirect question. A direct question is quote-unquote a normal question, while an indirect question is a question being asked without directly asking the question. For example, where are you going versus she asked where you're going. In order to make an indirect question, you need these three components: a questioning main verb, a question word, and a verb in the subjunctive, either in present, imperfect, perfect, or pluperfect tenses. Over here are some examples of questioning main verbs, and over here are some examples of question words. Here is a sentence. Regałuje ubi canis asset. Regałuje is our questioning main verb, and ubi is our question word, and asset is our subjunctive. Another example is legatus cunavi qui castris fugisant, which means the commander learned why they were running away. Cunavi is our questioning main verb, qui is our question word, and fugisant is our subjunctive, pluperfect subjunctive. A yes or no question is in the indirect question. So instead of having an actual question word, it is replaced by noun, which means whether. For example, he asked the girl whether she was tired. In Latin, it would be translated to regałuje puellam num lasata asset. Another way to remember the indirect question, or to form the indirect question, is it is very similar to the result clause, but instead of having it would have the question word. Next, indirect command. An indirect command is similar to an indirect question, but instead an indirect command is announcing what was commanded. So, for example, a direct command is open the book versus the teacher told the students to open the book. The teacher told the students to open the book. So it needs a main clause and then a or a nay, and then lastly a present or imperfect subjunctive verb. Here are some examples of the main clause. Here's a sentence. Dixi mihi u veneram, which means he told me to come. Dixi is our main clause. Is our second component of making an indirect command. Veneram is our subjunctive. Here's another example. Nuntavi dios orambant u se severant, which means the sailors were begging the gods to save them. Orambant is our main clause, is our second component, and severant is our subjunctive.